Now to invite Michael O'Flanagan to say a few words about future activities of the project.
The first thing I'd like to say is that this is a joyous occasion for Inchicore, and I'd ask everybody to loosen up and lighten up a little bit. You all look like you're at a down occasion. This book today really is the culmination of a whole series of steps, and the first thing that happened really that led on the road to this, the publication of this book was a meeting which was called by Reid Fagan and Sister Jo in relation to the allocation of the structural funds arising out of the Single European Act. And all over the country, approximately 2,000 groups were set up seeking to look for development money for communities as stipulated in the Single European Acts, that the money should go towards the development of local communities. But we hadn't got structures in place in this country to allow for the allocation of these monies to communities for their own self-development. And all over the country, these groups immediately started getting together. And although a large proportion of the money which came from the Single European Act and from the structural funds went towards infrastructure, etc., which was to the benefit of the country in a way, in a large way. Because the structure weren't in place, the monies didn't come straight to the community. But what was a positive development from that event was the setting up of these groups and looking at their local communities, what could be done and what should be done. Now, we had a very large meeting in Inchicore, and for the first time I found it was very positive, because all of the political parties, etc., were all pulling together. All sections of the community were pulling together and getting together to see what could be done. And over the 3 years that the Inchicore Development Project has been in operation, this development, this positive train has continued, and we have had some great successes in promoting a positive image for the area and in drawing up plans for the future development of the area. Now, the first thing I'd like to do, before you go away today, to look at some of the pictures of the area which are set out on the first 4 cases here. They've been put together by the local heritage group, and to give some idea of what we have in the way of wealth of buildings and facilities in the area, some of which have been neglected in the past, but which could be developed in the future. Now, it's important to stress that this is a community occasion, and it's also important to stress that the value and the charm of this book comes from the wealth of personal experience that many of the people in the area have, and particularly people like Jack Gill and Phyllis McGurk. But it's also important not to forget the tremendous cooperation we've had from the Office of Public Works, and particularly Jerry Wynn, who has been at our beck and call and really has done us proud in this publication. So I'd like to also mention the hard-working members of the Inchicore Development Project, who seem to find hours, I don't know how many, 100 hours in the day to get involved in the various different things they've been involved in. Nellie Canaan, Father Michael O'Connor, who's always hides himself in the background on these occasions, and we have had people like John Kenny, Michael Conaghan, Rita Fagan, of course, Helen Scott, Vanessa Sweeney, and if I leave out Oliver Gleeson, of course, who has been a big contributor to the book and a compiler of the book. And if I've left out anybody, I'd like to apologise straight away. Okay, enjoy yourself, and remember it's a joyous occasion for Inchicore. Thank you.